how to unleash your superpower, hyperfocus. And today's topic, we are discussing about hyperfocus, and many of us struggle because of, especially in who are in neurotypical case, who are struggling lots because of they are immersed in tasks and they are forgotten the tasks, other tasks and needs, and they are fully immersed in the thing they are doing, and they are lack of time management because of they don't know how the time is going, is speedy, is slowly, they cannot perceive correctly, and they are struggling a lot. And so in today we are in little bit talks about it and figure it out. And if new here, hello, I'm Fahad, I'm writer and content creator, and since 2020 have been making videos. And then the last year I diagnosed, and I can name it my struggle, that's ADHD. And with living with ADHD, I found something amazing and something valuable, and like cannot valuing, monetarily valuing, because it's a valuable thing I ever been. If I did before I knowing notice this, and the value unmeasurable. So unmasking and stop pretending and live with the trait that with my own, and not need any creating and character like stuffs. And so hyper focus is one of my biggest advantages, and most of us differs because the neurotypical and neurodivergent, it differs because of neurotypical who are in focus, they can focus on tasks normally, and they can initiate and switching task is not effortful as the neurodivergent. And for me it's about hyper focus and experiencing, and there is many advantages, because I am experimenting experience in my life. And when invention happen in writing and printing press and the radio and television, and now in modern life we are living a lightning speed of internet and content we can consume. And that when you are in hyper focus, no more likely you are in mindless scrolling and binge watching and spending too much time for consuming in content streams mindlessly, and that deplete your energy and decrease your productivity or stuffs, and you cannot focus the things that matters to you. Same like hyper focus, it's like the neurotransmitter of dopamine that govern reward, focus, and attention. When we are in hyper focus, there is reward pathway of our brain, more dopamine, and when we are in things doing like who are in hyper focus, they are doing the thing most of the time. For me it's, and most of the case when they are hyper focused, they are doing things that interested them, and when doing things they are very interested, there is in their reward pathways there's more dopamine release, brain release more dopamine, and we are focused, and we are just not knowing what surrounded me and what, when to switch and when to stop the task, and even cannot relax and rest, and even not hydrate, not drink water, and all forget and fully immersed in the task. Let me know in comment section and your questions and your experience when you are feeling in hyper focus. In like, if you are like me, you are forgetting other things, and even drinking water and rest, and struggling to switch the task another task or steps, and feel burnout and all stuffs. And let me know in comment section. If if not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. That helps me to connecting, and that helps me to improve the quality of content I can. If I get something from you, your questions and your comments, and that help me to improve quality of video, and that makes helps for doing more jobs, more contents, and more research, and more steps through this channel. So consider subscribe and put your questions and comments in the description. And so hyper focus in, we know the term, and we many of us experiencing, and as a ADHD folks, that's an advantage, and because of they are get an harness of over the life. And if you not know either term, and you don't know anything about the hyper focus, and these are going to decrease your productivity, and you are going to struggle to switch tasks, and something feel exhausting because of only focus on the thing, and you are cannot manage your life and manage your work, and you are feels exhausted, and you cannot take the advantages of the hyper focus. And of course that the different people are different brains and thinking differently, and their unique ability and their characteristics, and all varying depend person on person. And if there is a neurodivergent who has many things to consider, because of their, there is not in mind, there is out of the things, because of there are like they are hyperfocus, and there are many thoughts at the same time, and there are lack of control over their tasks and lives, and they can adopt something like the expressive writing and mindfulness, and use some tools like calendar and uh, the timer is all these like tools that helps lot in their life to organize their life, and the neurodivergent who are dysfunction of executive function that helps them to organize and planning and decision making. And when we lack, then we consider some external tools to overcome these hurdle and these wired things, wired when where their perspective is not like the neurotypical, and even if they are going to schools and they are feel something, they are feel something different from the neurotypical, and they are pretending, and they cannot focus on one thing because they are just like something like mind wandering and daydreaming, and this all life experience and came from my childhood to stay, my diagnosed. So I know it because I'm experiment in my life condition differently and fit into the neurotypical, the standards of our modern standards of school system. But the neurodivergent gay who are hyperactivity and fidgeting and daydreaming more and mind wandering more, and school system, they are going to school and they are pretending, and they force them to something like the norms and principles, but that they cannot afford it because they are conditioned differently and think differently. And so if that's it in today's video, and you do consider some tools like external, and you manage, you took these advantages of hyperfocus, and you can, when you manage it and you know about the neurons and how your brain conditioned, the rewards you get, and what governs your reward and attention focus, all steps, and you are still in struggling to manage and harness your power of hyperfocus, then you can go it in some Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes work and 5 minutes break, and you use some timer, and as I mentioned, and consider the journaling, and consider the express journaling, and you can manage your executive function prefrontal lobe, and use your cognitive brain, the prefrontal cortex effectively, and you are kind of dysregulated because you are in something like hyper focus and something like impulsive behavior, and you are needs emotional regulation. And so it's, if you are manage and organize your life successfully, and then you know something you can do, you are guy who are not lazy and stupid, but you realize your power of doing things, and you said to do the thing you want to do, you said to do, and you, when you are see your progress, and then you are in feel, and you are experience move the needle towards your goals and all, and then you not stress out about your traits, about your hyper focus, you manage it and harnessing the power straight away, and you can get your chaos life in declutter. And so that's it in today's video. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.